Well, hello there, and you are so welcome to day two of our Finding Your Fabulous Mojo, or Finding Your Mojo, or Finding Your Motivation workshop of 2023. I have to say that I was shocked and really pleasantly surprised by how many of you got back to me yesterday who had watched either here on Facebook or here on Instagram or on you're on my mailing list and you got an email and you got the video because yeah, I know the power of a morning routine, and that's what we talked about yesterday. And I just want you to get familiar with this concept, start doing it. So if anybody did try your morning routine this morning, hello there. Some people are starting to come in. Do let me know. I know it was a cold start for many of you, and there was plenty of snow on the ground. And to be honest, that weather has impacted us as well. It's lashing rain, and it was windy, and there's certainly, we don't have a blue sky, but I know you've got lots of winter wonderlands and stuff like that. So stay safe and stay warm and cozy up. Many of you are having a snow day today. Let me just check that I've got my comments enabled. So if you want to send me a comment, you can. But I think I do. I do. Okay. um, so yeah, yesterday we talked about the power of a morning routine, and I talked to you a little bit about the guided meditations that I do. So I offered if any of you wanted me to pick a guided meditation specifically for you that I would send to you privately. This is totally between me and you. This is not for public consumption. And a lot of you did come back to me, and I've only got back to one or two people because it's taken me a lot of time, and it will take me a bit of time, but I will do it because I said I would do it. I will do it. And lots of you wanted to know. But a general theme came through. For most people, hello, afternoon, good afternoon to you too. Health was a big thing. A lot of people wanted a meditation to improve their health. Confidence, very big thing. Family relationships as well. How to heal troubled relationships, maybe with a family member, a sibling, a child. That came up a couple of times. Removing toxic people from your life. This was a game changer for me once I realized that I needed to let go of the people who were draining my energy and robbing my energy on a daily basis. And it's easier to do than you think, but it's really important to do it. And sometimes you can't actually remove them from your life. If these are family members, you can't remove them, but you can certainly limit your contact and you can work on the effect that they have on you so that you can easily handle that situation. Another one that came to me was a meditation to help with missing loved ones, kids who are living abroad and far away. Because yes, I still have my picture of Richard here. You know, I realized the reason that I went into a slump because I was starting to miss him absolutely desperately. And so many of us are in this same situation. And I've always said we give them wings so that they can fly, and then they fly away from us, and then we miss them like crazy. But I will find that's a challenge for me to find that manifestation. But you know what? I'll probably use it myself as well. Um, how to stay strong and empowered as a woman was another one. Self love. And then, of course, the usual ones about motivation with walking and losing weight and all of that. So, anybody who asked me to find them a meditation, I will find them. Some of you will get them today, some of you will get them tomorrow, depending on how my day progresses and how my time plans out. But today, I want to talk to you about something that you might know about because so many people are struggling with goals. And it doesn't matter whether your goal is a really, really big goal or it's a really, really small goal. This is a principle that I use, and I actually naively thought that I made this up all by myself. Well, it transpires that I didn't. It is a thing. I think it's an army thing. And it's all about reverse planning. And what I mean by that is start with your end goal in sight. Because most of us, hola, Rose, Rosari, how are you? Not so nice and sunny here today, I have to say. But yeah, starting with the end goal in sight. Most of you will have a goal, and maybe your goal is to, I don't know, get a new job. And you'll start at the beginning and think, what do I need to do to get this new job? Well, I'm going to throw all of that in its head because this is what I do and it works for me. And you know that I like to make things really simple and easy. My word for 2023 is ease. Ease in everything. Relationships, health, finances, opportunities, career, everything. Ease. So start with the end goal in sight and then work backwards. And the reason this is so powerful is because I'm a big fan of the power of visualization. You know what they say, thoughts become things, and you can think something into reality. And I know that for sure. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. One is this house here that you know that I manifested. I talked yesterday about the Mike Duty guided visualization that I did every single day for about a year and a half. Often, always did it outside and often did it in the rain. And that was one of the most powerful things that I've ever done because it focused my mind so clearly on what I want. And when you pick your goal, I want you to be laser focused, laser sharp on what you want, exactly what you want. Don't confuse the universe, or you'll get something that you don't want, or you might get 50% of what you want. So be very, very specific and visualize it. I can't tell you how much I believe in the power of visualization, even if you're not a visual person. So all the way through that time, all the way through lockdown and beyond, I would sit out, often with my coat on, sometimes not, and I would visualize this house. I visualized exactly what it looked like. It was one story. It was seriously contemporary. I could visualize this big open living room, come kitchen, come dining area. I certainly visualized the ocean view. I visualized that pool. I actually even visualized an infinity pool. That's what I saw from day one. I visualized all that outdoor area. I visualized the stove in the middle of the middle of this space as well. It was so specific, so specific because that visualization, he trained me to do it. He was describing a situation and I could relate to that, and this is exactly what I wanted. So I knew exactly what I wanted. So I knew what the house was. I knew exactly what I wanted. Then we had to figure out location. So we had picked the town of Nerja, which is in southern Spain. It's gorgeous, and I started looking, and all I could find were more traditional properties, which lots of people love, not for me, with the terracotta tiles and dark timber beams and lots of terracotta and yellows and blues and all of that sort of Spanish Portuguese type effect. I didn't want that. So we still concentrated on this area. This is where we absolutely wanted to be. And I started to speak to estate agents. That was the next thing I knew I needed to do because I had an absolutely laser sharp picture of where I wanted to be and what type of property I wanted. Spoke to loads of estate agents. Many of them, particularly the expat ones, said to me, what you want actually doesn't exist. You won't find this. You won't find this contemporary property. It just doesn't exist. And still I persevered. And lo and behold, doing another Google search, I found the house and realized this house was about 15 minutes from Nerja in the town of Almuneca. I knew nothing about Almuneca. So I did lots more research as well and spoke to the estate agent at length and got all the videos and all the documentation and everything. Then I got a Spanish friend to ring them because I needed them to know that I was very, very serious, and I needed her to be able to suss out everything on the ground. So long story short, I came over here on the 27th of April. And our son Jack came with me because Jack is very good at IT, and we needed to have super fast broadband. That end of things needed to work amazingly. And he came and he sussed things out, and everything was working, and it was exactly what we wanted. So before I left the following morning, I had to talk to the lawyers. Contracts were being drawn up, and it was ready to go. And the reason I was able to do that was because I had started with the end goal in sight. I had planned it out, because I knew exactly what I wanted. I could still be looking if I was doing Google searches and looking at hundreds of houses and not sure where I wanted to be and not sure what sort of a house it needed to be and not sure that it needed super fast broadband and not sure that it needed so many bedrooms and bathrooms. You need to know exactly what you're looking for, and then you make it happen. When I was planning my day in Harvey's Point, I did exactly the same thing. I was just thinking about this morning. I imagined the day first. I could see that garden room full of 160 gorgeous women. I could feel the energy in the room. I could see speakers, but at that point I didn't know who they were, but I knew exactly the kind of day that I wanted. And I actually spoke to somebody who organizes lots of events. And I don't think she got my event because she said, I can see a fashion show and maybe shorten the day and have afternoon tea. I thought, no, that's not at all what I want. That is not what I want. I want a day of excitement and a day of learning and a day of motivation and inspiration. I wanted high energy in that room. I wanted the women to come into that room to leave on a very different note, to leave a different person almost, because they've been exposed to very different things and very different ways of thinking. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a transformational day. So next thing I did was I picked up the phone and I rang Noel Cunningham. And he said, absolutely, Anne, I can just see that happening. It's meant to happen, and leave it with me and I'll see if I could find a day. But we're very booked up. Lo and behold, there was one Saturday free on the 25th of February. It gave me a very short window to organise it, but I knew everything was falling into place. And I knew I needed 160 women. So then I start and I do this. So first thing I did then was I knew I needed some sponsors, and I needed very high quality sponsors, and I needed sponsors that I feel that I am part of the ethos of their business. I need people who are like me, who have the same likes and aspirations and wants, and that's why I handpicked my guests and my sponsors very specifically. But I did all of this before I went through any of the steps regarding how I was going to organize it. So I now knew exactly the sort of a day that I wanted. And oh gosh, the sun's coming out, so is the rain. And I knew that my venue was perfect. And then I got my sponsors on board, and they were perfect. And then I started to think of my guests. And from the outset, I saw Anna Daly and Una O'Hagan. And I just knew that these are the two headlines that I want, one for the morning, one for the afternoon. Now, there is a chance that Una will be coming in live via video link because she's out of the country. But the energy is still going to be the same, and I have the technology to make that happen. And we'll have a big screen there that won't dilute the impact in any way, because I absolutely want to have her there. She and Anna were always on my vision board. Anna was the first one I rang. And immediately she checked her diary. She thought she was going to be in Madrid. She said yes. Then I got in touch with Una, and again, her diary was a bit busy, but she's committed to it as well. Then I discovered Sandra Deveni. Oh my God. I talk about meeting a like-minded kindred spirit. So Sandra is going to be part of my afternoon session. And then I discovered Dr. Roisin Fitzgerald, who is exactly the sort of person that I wanted to have here, because for me, it's all about positive, graceful aging. I've never had anything done to my face. The most I've had done is a facial, or I've had my eyebrows microbladed. That's the only thing I've done. But she is my kind of skin aesthetic expert. You know, she is going to teach us all about treatments that you can have and ways that you can improve your confidence, you know, without any surgical intervention. And then she will talk us through injectables and things that I probably know nothing about, that I'm fascinated to learn about. But again, she just came to me. Why? Because I had a vision of the day, knew exactly what I wanted. And then Noel had said, you have to finish the day on a high. So I thought, who can I get that will be, again, true to the ethos of who I am and all of that. And I thought of the two girls, sisters Jeanette and Deirdre, who run Kay's Flower School. It's a massive global online success. They've had to reinvent that business. They've reinvented themselves too. They're hilariously funny. And so many women all over the country, and certainly in Donegal, follow them and do their courses. So fantastic day. I may have one more speaker guest, which will be confirmed in the next couple of days. And that's it. I don't want it overfilled. I don't want too many people. I want us to have the most gorgeous, relaxed, quality sit down, beautiful, elegant Harvey's Point lunch in the middle of it. That was all part of my vision board. So then what I started to do was I started organizing my ticket sales. I knew how many tickets I needed to sell. I need to sell 160 tickets. And I want to have that as a sellout gig. So that's how. So I look at this every day. I look at these numbers every day. They're on my desk, on a shoebox, right? Because I couldn't get card here in Almaneca. And then I've got my sponsors and contacts, and I'm having loads and loads of prizes. So I've got my list of people who are going to supply the prizes, and I'm going to have goodie bags as well. That all happened so easily, so quickly. Why? Because I had the vision first. So if you have a goal, and your goal could be fitness. Your goal could be, a few people are saying that they have kids getting married and they're worried about fitting into the dress and finding the right dress and all of that. Make that your goal. And I want you to picture yourself in your beautiful dress. Maybe think about this and think about what color suits you. And actually, I went to a wedding, my niece's wedding on New Year's Eve, and I found a dress online. and it was inspired. I love that dress. I might even wear it to Harvey's Point. That's how much I love it. Because I had this vision of the kind of a dress that I wanted, found it, and miraculously it fitted. It was very flattering, very forgiving, and because of my IBS, I need that. And I have to say, I'm back on my low FODMAP diet, okay, and everything, all the bloating is gone, but I'm missing lots of food. It's a very restrictive diet. But start with that end goal in mind. Picture yourself in this gorgeous dress, and then work toward it. You know, if you need to tone up, if you need to get cardiovascularly fit, if you need to lose a bit of weight, then you know exactly what to do that. Another goal that I had was hydration. I was not drinking enough water. So living in this warm climate, my skin is skin that needs it needs lots and lots of water. It needs lots more than that, but it needs lots and lots of water. So for me, I decided I was going. My goal was 2 liters of water a day. Now already it's only, what time is it? It's a quarter past, 20 past one with you, it's 20 past two with me. I've already had my 2 liters of water. So I started with this goal of every single day I will drink 2 liters of water. And what I do is I have a bottle just for me. We use bottled water. So there's a bottle in the fridge that's mine. Nobody else will touch it. I will know exactly then how much I've drank from that bottle. So if I need to speed things up to get the 2 liters into me, I will. So what I would suggest that you do is you say to yourself, I want to drink 2 liters or 2.5 liters, whatever you want to do, and have your own bottle. And that's your step then. Then you decide what, when you're going to drink. Are you going to drink some every half hour? Are you just going to drink it until the bottle is gone? I don't care. It doesn't matter. You make up the rules. But the fact is, if you create this in advance, if you decide what you want first, it will happen. Same with a new job. I know some people are looking for new careers. Think about, this is your opportunity to find your dream job. I mean, I've had many iterations. I was a nurse, theatre nurse, stay-at-home mum, loved all those jobs. Then became an interior designer by default because of a TV show. Um, Loved that too. And then stumbled into this whole world of mindset and confidence and self-esteem and women empowering women. And I actually think that I have found exactly what I was meant to do now. I really, really do. It's taken me all these years. I'm 62. It's taken me all these years to get there. Or maybe everything's a stepping stone, everything's a building block along the way to give you the skills to do whatever it is. So I would love you to find, if you're thinking about a new job, think about your dream job. Think about exactly where you're going to be. Do you want to commute to work? Do you want a short commute? Do you want to work from home? Think about all of this. Think about how you will look, how you will feel. Think about yourself at your interview. Think about the company. Pick the company. Pick everything about it and be so, so specific. Because when you do this, I'm telling you, scary things happen. And the girls who do my Finding Your Fabulous bootcamp, and there's a new bootcamp starting up just after our day in Harvey's Point, so many of them who came in so skeptically in the beginning, but adopted the practices and manifested unbelievable things. And sometimes when you're very, very clear, when you put out a very clear direction to the universe, it's shocking how quickly this comes back to you. It can happen so fast, but you have to be very specific. You have to ask for exactly what you want. Now, has anybody got any comments for me at all? Or did anybody get on well yesterday with your morning routine today? Do you think it's helping your attitude? Are you feeling a bit more positive? But everything is hinged on gratitude, honestly. Keep going back to that. It is just so vitally important, because even if you think that life is crap at the minute and you're fed up with the weather and you're fed up with the January blues. I didn't know yet that yesterday was Blue Monday. I don't know how I forgot that, but anyway, we got over Blue Monday. We made our own sunshine, and you always make your own sunshine. But before you get out of bed in the morning, if you do those 5 or 10 things and just give genuine gratitude for maybe your family, your husband, your girlfriends, your mother, your father, your home, your dog, the coffee that you have every morning, the gorgeous bed that you sleep in, if you start as small as that, I'm telling you, it'll have the most profound effect on you, because it's almost like you get washed in this gratitude and the waves of gratitude. And even though other things are going wrong, because you can focus on a few things that are going right, it really does elevate your mood and help everything. Rosari's there. I know she does this, and I can't see who else is there. But I would just love to know how you got on. And listen, if anybody does, if you feel you're just floundering a little bit in some area of your life, or maybe a couple, send me a private message. I want to keep this private. The meditations that go out will be just for you. That's why I'm not sending the same one to everybody, because everybody has different needs. So, whatever you're struggling with or whatever you need a little bit of help with, let me know and I will send it out to you. I've made a list of everybody, and quite a few of you did ask, but that's okay. I put it out there. I just said I hope 1,000 people don't come back to me, because my days are kind of full at the minute, as you can imagine. There's lots to plan, lots to do, but I'm relaxed. I'm totally relaxed. I've got my energy back now. All I want is to get your energy back, and I really, really, really do want to go and get over to Alice Springs to see this guy. I really, that's and you know what? That's one thing that I haven't started planning yet. But what I will do is it's too hot in Alice Springs for me at the moment. So I will pick a date probably in April-ish. I'll pick a date, I'll pick a time, and I will make it happen, because what'll I do? I'll reverse engineer it. I'll plan it backwards. But apparently this is a thing. I always thought it was just something that I did. um, but I tell you, it works. And it doesn't just work for me, it works for lots of people. So it's all about visualization. Visualization is the greatest tool that you have. If you can see it, if you can think it, you'll think it into existence. Thoughts become things, and all you have to do, everything that you ever used, everything that you've ever, you know, everything happened because somebody had one thought. Now, another thing I'm going to be talking to you about tomorrow is journaling, because likewise, when we decided we wanted to move and we wanted to find this specific house in a specific area, I journaled for days and days and days and days and days and days and days about it, because when I commit it to paper, it almost makes it even more real for me, and it makes it stronger. Certainly, for my day in Harvey's Point, I journal a huge amount about that. I love this journal. I wish I could get more of them. I tried to get some for some of the girls. They're made in Germany, and I don't seem to have them anymore. I just absolutely love everything about them. But yeah, this all, oh my goodness, what have I written here? I believe I receive. I am open and ready to receive. That's another thing. You have to be absolutely ready to receive what it is that you're looking for. You have to open your heart for it. I ask and receive new positive experiences, and abundance are ready to show up in my life. I welcome them with an open heart and mind. I'm just picking a page randomly here. And then I vibrate with the frequency of success, of confidence, of thriving, of joy, of gratitude, of optimism, of happiness. Creativity, expansion, accomplishment. These are all things that I've written down. And that was me welcoming in January 2023. But it's amazing. I love, love, love. And I was so old to come to the power of journaling. I think it's something, if you can get our kids to do it and your grandchildren, I think journaling, mindset, confidence, if this was taught in school, do you know something? We'd all be different people. Because one thing that I'm going to talk about in Harvey's Point is the power of self-limiting beliefs. I mentioned this yesterday, because all of us are trapped with self-limiting beliefs that are often, they're subliminally, subconsciously within you, and they're there since you were a little child. And we need to get on top of them, and we need to get over them, or they will stop you in your tracks forever. Rosario in Bristol. She's in Bristol today. Went out on the patio this morning. It woke me up for sure. It was a bit nippy, but great, and not as nippy as Donegal right now with the snow. I know. Look, I'm a bit jealous of the snow. I do like the snow when I don't have to drive in it. I'm chicken. I nearly always had a rear-wheel drive car, which is really, really bad in frost and snow and stuff. So, well, everything's bad in frost, but it's lovely to look at. So enjoy it if you're, having a snow day and you're wrapped up and you're nice and warm. Now would be a really good time to start journaling. So, but tomorrow is going to be all about journaling, because it's so, so, so important. And I will give you little tips and ideas and ways to make your journaling easy, because it's all about ease. It's all about ease. Now, has anybody got any questions for me at all? Any questions about anything? I will hang on and see. But I was blown away yesterday. And you know what? I welcome everybody who comes in on the replay, and if you do come in the replay, will you give me a little hashtag replay so that I know you're coming in later on? Because most people are going to come in later on. You're not going to be able to watch live. And I know that. That's why everything that I ever do is recorded forever and ever. But it's just lovely to see the familiar faces coming back. And yeah, it was just great. So you got to keep me on my toes. Lots of meditations coming your way, but they're powerful. And even today, I did mine because I'm doing a very specific. Evelyn, Alice Springs. I was there some years ago with my daughter. I didn't know that. Oh goodness, it's lovely and get there soon. Oh gosh, oh Evelyn, I see that was karma that you came in to tell me that you've been in Alice Springs. Evelyn McDonald is in my interior design group, and wow, that's fantastic, fantastic. And you're just back from Austria, and now you've got snow at home. Hi Anne, just joined. Greetings from a cold but sunny Dublin. But you know what? I could live with a cold and sunny Dublin. I absolutely could. Sun is coming out here, so you're always my good luck magnet. It's actually looking lovely. The sky has gone from grey to blue. Someday I'll do a live outside, but yeah, I will do that. I will do that someday. Um, any other questions? Any other comments? Did anybody do gratitude work this morning? Come on, one of you must have. Please tell me that somebody did, or that you made your bed, or that you opened your window, even with the snow and the icy polar air coming in, which is a good thing because a good blast of that icy air in your bedroom will actually help that stagnant energy. And I'm all for energy clearing, and there are ways. I do this in Finding Your Fabulous Bootcamp. There are ways that you can set up your house to help your energy and help your relationships and create a calm, nurturing environment. And that's me using my interior design hat and my mindset hat, because your home is definitely very tied up in how you feel as well. Lots of things in your home that actually pull you down, things that have negative associations. That's a topic for another day. Yes, she did all of that. Well, big hugs to you. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And keep it up because you have this is a muscle. This morning routine is a muscle, but if you get used to it, you won't. It's like brushing your teeth or me putting in my contact lenses. It's just something that you do instinctively and naturally, but don't drop your contact lenses like I did the other day. Couldn't find them, and now I'm going to be short because they come from Ireland and it's a pain to get them. But it's just I want you to have this thing that you do for you in the morning, and then we'll grow on for it. So from it. So listen, tomorrow we're going to be talking about journaling, the power of journaling, how to master journaling, how to introduce it into your life, and how to make it easy. So listen, go have a lovely rest of the day. And be safe wherever you are, because I know the roads are a bit dodgy at home. So just to be very, very careful and stay very, very safe. Evelyn, I can't believe you're in Alice Springs. That's just fantastic because it's right in the middle of the desert. It's Crocodile Dundee territory. Very difficult to get there even. You arrive in Perth and you still have to fly for hours and hours and hours to get to Alice Springs. But I will put that and I'll let you know how I get on. But that's going to be my goal. And what do I do? I'm going to visualize the trip first. I'll visualize the airlines that I fly with. I'll visualize the cities that I will go through, the direction that I will take, the time, the length of time that I'm going to be there. Then I'll probably plan what I'm going to wear and bring with me and all of that. And that is the way it's going to happen. It's not going to be me sort of putting vague notions out and saying, oh, I must talk to an estate agent, not an estate agent, a travel agent. No. I'll do it the other way around. I'll visualize the trip first. Yes, I did my gratitude, but it was last night. Must try to remember it in the morning. Oh, Evelyn, you just reminded me of something. You actually do it twice. Haven't got onto that yet, but you're way ahead of me. You do your gratitude in the morning as you wake up. You also do it at night as you fall asleep. And when you fall asleep with grateful thoughts in your heart, guess what? You might just sleep a little bit better, but it programs you for a very positive night and a very positive morning. So on that positive note, I am going to go. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Irish time. We'll be talking all about journaling. And if anybody wants me to find a guided meditation which suits whatever you want in your life, just let me know. Rosario said thank you, and thank you so much. You've been such a support to me as well in many ways, and you know that. And Rosario's coming to the event in Harvey's Point on the 25th of February. I can't wait. God, it's going to be emotional in that way, I think, because lots of the girls who were here for the 3 o'clock lives all the way through lockdown are coming. My Finding Your Fabulous girls, a lot of them are coming, and lots of people that I've got to know online, but we've never actually met in reality, even though we feel we know each other. So it's going to be powerful in many, many levels. So you're very, very welcome. So listen, stay safe, stay fabulous. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And you know what? It'll be back in a heartbeat because the days are flying by. And if you could just see what I have to do between now and bedtime tonight, you'd run away. But it'll keep me on my toes. So see you tomorrow. And thanks for all the love hearts. I love that. Facebook apparently loves it too. They show it to other people when you send me a little love heart or a thumbs up or something like that. Okay, see you tomorrow, guys.